Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Suffer Up podcast with Nate and Ryan. This episode is titled Blackwater 10 Mile. What's special about this episode is that this is the very first episode that we recorded when we got our mics and we were getting everything set up to open up Suffer Up. So it's a very special episode to us. As you listen to it, you'll notice that our sound quality has drastically improved from the first recording. So we didn't launch it because we were not sure how we liked the way that it sounded. But we thought now that we've established ourselves as a podcast group, that this would be a great time to share it with you guys, and you can see how far we have come. We're thankful for you guys as our listeners. Also, in the link of this podcast, you will find a link tree. You can go on there and get a hold of us. Our email, social media platforms, as well as our Sticker Mule account is up there for you guys to get some stickers and learn more about Nate and Ryan. Thanks so much for listening, guys, and we hope you enjoy this episode.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we are here, man. It took us an hour to get this computer set up. Now that we have GarageBand somewhat figured out. Somewhat, yeah, exactly. It's all a learning curve. So anyway, guys, for those who are listening, we are Suffer Up. We are starting up a podcast, YouTube, Instagram channel, and our goal here at Suffer Up is to help people level up in life through good times, bad times, and in hopes that you guys will be inspired and motivated through some of our experiences and life challenges here. Ryan was a former rescue swimmer with the Navy, did a bit of time there, and he has a bunch of life experience in doing those physically challenging things and just the power of the mind. Myself, Nate, I'm a fireman, and I've been a fireman for about 8-9 years now, and we're super excited to be here. Hopefully we can share our hearts with you. Today's topic we're going to be talking about is a recent race that we did. It's going to be the Blackwater 10 Mile. I actually did not know about it till Ryan brought it up.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So we met at a race, a 50K that we did, Death by 5K. We'll talk about that at a later episode. But Ryan told me about it after that race, and I was like, oh, that's local? I need to totally do that. So,
yeah.
But yeah, Ryan, you want to give just a quick intro on who you are?
Yeah, like Nate said, prior aviation rescue swimmer in the Navy, spent about 8 years in the Navy. Since I got out of the Navy, I started a landscaping company. Been doing that for about 3 years now. And yeah, we just, like you said, we want to take our life experiences and the things that we've been through and more than that, we want to take our network and the people that we know and utilize those things to help others. We both feel called to do this, called to share, called to help. I think that that's been part of our mindset and our mission our whole life is helping others, and this is a new way that we can do this. So I'm looking forward to this next chapter.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it's going to be good. Obviously there's a bunch of fears and anxiety and stresses with doing all this because you're kind of putting yourself out there, but I think you could easily look back and say, man, I did not do enough in this life to be able to share. And I think more people just need to sit down and talk and share what they're experiencing. And if somebody gains something from it, then cool. But if they don't like it, well, they can just not listen to it. It is what it is.
And as tough as this may be, or as shy or awkward as we may feel doing this, I would hate to look back in 2 years and think, man, I really felt called to do that thing, and I didn't even try it because I was too scared.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, we're putting our fears aside, and we're going to suffer through this.
That's it. I like it. So we'll go ahead and get to our topic here. We're going to be talking about the Blackwater 10 miler. It is a 10-mile point-to-point race in Trail run. Yes, good point. Yeah. Trail runs are way more fun than the concrete runs.
Yeah.
A point-to-point race came out just over 10 miles, like 10.1, something of that nature. So
whatever your watch said, man, mine's still wrong.
Ryan's on an Apple Watch. He has yet to get a Garmin, so we're working on that. So once he gets a Garmin, he'll actually be able to run his accurate distance. So.
Accuracy is not the Apple Watch's strong suit.
No, it's not.
But it was close. It was like 9.9, I think it said.
That's close.
That's the closest that we've gotten.
Yeah, so you only ran 9.9. I ran 10.9.
Nate and I ran the same race, but he ran farther.
Yeah, exactly.
You did fall once, so maybe that was the extra distance.
I did fall once, and Ryan has a tendency to beat me on the trail. So, and he's probably going to end up beating me on the road too, but that's all right. That's not why we do it. But no, it was a beautiful race. I did not know about it initially till Ryan said something about it. And then I signed up for it like that day and super excited about it. If you don't ever put a race on the calendar, you kind of feel lonely.
Yeah.
It's like, I have one more little fun run I'm doing with some guys at work, but I'm ready to sign up for the next race. So
For those of you who don't have friends like me, find one, because everybody needs a friend that encourages them to do things that they
That's true.
may not have done before. I'm trying to talk Nate into doing a swimming race now, just because he says he's not a good swimmer. So
No,
I'm gonna find his weaknesses and exploit them, and I expect that he'll do the same to me.
that's fair.
And that's how we grow.
That's fair. Yeah.
So yeah, find you a friend that's a little challenging.
That's good. Oh, that's good. And like actually the other day, Ryan, we met up for a trail run on a Tuesday afternoon, and Ryan said, "Do you want to swim or run?" I'm like, "Ooh, I'm gonna have to take up running,"
Which was a good call. We had a run coming up.
Yeah, that's true. So we needed to run, but no, the race was absolutely gorgeous. It was about 40 degrees. It was awesome. I got there a little early and just kind of sat in my truck. Ryan had a fuel issue with his wife's car because your family came.
Yeah, we got there in the nick of time with hardly any fuel left in the vehicle.
Exactly. And the old saying of prior preparation, Ryan failed to do.
Yeah. My wife told me when we left the house, said, "Hey, we need to stop and get fuel." And, I had a 45-minute drive to think about that, and I didn't think about it once. So
No.
Thankfully, we had enough fuel that got there, and my wife dropped me off and went back out and got fuel at the nearest gas station, which was probably 20 minutes away because we were out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
But it all worked out,
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, it is what it is. Exactly. So, yeah, we had that. And then, we all basically they have buses there for you. So you park your truck at the finish line, and then you get in these buses, and then they bus you over to the start line. And they basically drop you off on a fire service road, and then there's like a rough start line. The race director stands up on a rock and gives you the rundown of the race and the markings. The markings are real simple. You've got essentially, you go down about maybe a mile or so down that first road.
Forest Service Road.
Yeah, and then you make a left, and then you go like maybe 50 yards, and you dive into the Florida Trail.
And then you're on that the whole way. So the whole thing is pretty much beautiful single track on the Florida Trail. Yeah.
And until you get to the finish line, it's just blazers. You just following blue blazers through the woods. So
you forgot at the start line. Yeah. He gets up on his rock and talks to us, and then he scares the pee out of all of us to start the race with that loud gun.
Oh, that's true. He had like this mini cannon. Yeah. Like a 30 millimeter mortar.
I don't know what that thing was. I've heard flare gun before, but it was
next level.
It was like a firework.
Yeah, exactly. He said cannon. I just thought it was going to be like a little firecracker, like a pop, but no, it was like shooting a 30 millimeter mortar out. It was
get your blood flowing before the run.
Yeah, exactly. So
just unexpected sounds,
What I thought
we're not wimpy. It was just unexpected.
True. Exactly. What I found comical, and you said it on the bus because you've done this race before, was he said, "Just wait. Once we get there, you'll see that we're all adults." And like you get there and there's bathrooms at the finish line, and everybody does their thing. And all of a sudden, as soon as those buses parking brakes hit,
that start line is something else, man.
Yeah, you look out and everybody's using nature's latrine out there in the woods.
Everybody, the bus pulls up on a dirt road at an intersection of another Forest Service road where the start line is, and you got 3 or 4 buses lined up on this dirt road, and you just see the people flood out from the sides of the bus into the woods. Everybody's finding a tree. And man, it's the wildest thing. If you've never done it before, you're like, what is everybody doing? And then you realize, oh, they're all going to the bathroom. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And some people go far in the woods. Some people go deep.
Yeah.
Other people go right off the road, man.
Yeah.
They find a tree and just hope that, I guess they're expecting nobody's gonna care.
Yeah. Male and female alike, I reckon.
Yeah.
But so yeah, then we were kind of off. It was a super fun morning. Like it was a super chill race. Ryan and I were both kind of just doing it because it was a beautiful trail race.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, that trail goes from essentially here, Pensacola area, and goes all the way down to the tip of Florida.
One end of that trail starts or stops at the fort out on Pensacola Beach. Fort Pickens. Yep. Yes, thank you. That is the end of it, or beginning, whichever way you want to look at it. And yes, it goes all the way across the panhandle of Florida and down through the central part of Florida through Ocala, down around Lake Okeechobee, and then ends somewhere down South Florida. I'm not sure if it goes all the way to the end or not, but it's really, really far.
It's like our version of the Appalachian.
Yeah.
But it's just one state.
It's just swamp instead of mountains.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But the section we ran was absolutely gorgeous. I want to run that some more.
Yeah. There's been, I'm sure, a number of people that have done the whole trail before, but just recently a girl completed it in like 14 days, I think.
Oh, wow.
I could be wrong on that.
That's crazy.
It was less than a month for sure,
Yeah.
but she did the whole thing, running and walking, I assume, because it was a pretty quick pace.
Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to say I did that, but I'm definitely not there yet.
Man, we got to find the time off work for that.
Yeah, for real. And I mean, it would probably be closer to like a month for me.
Yeah. The girl who did it, who I'm referring to, her name is Deanna. She's actually one of the race directors for Run Bum races. Shout out to Run Bum.
Yeah.
I did one of their trail runs last year, and they've got them all over the Southeast, but Sean and Deanna are the two race directors for that company, and she was the one that did the Florida Trail. Like I said, I could be wrong on how long it took her, but it was an incredible pace, whatever it was. But yeah, it's pretty neat that she ran that whole thing, and we just did a little 10-mile stretch.
Exactly,
but,
yeah.
Same trail.
Yeah, same trail. But yeah, it was kind of a goofy start. We were kind of just running and talking, and for those of you guys will soon find out throughout the journey of this podcast, Ryan has a tendency to start off fast on races. And so we started off at a nice clip. We got through the first mile and we're like, okay, it's time to settle in. Well, then I was feeling really good. And so then I hit, and I'm like, the first one for us,
I think I said, hey, Nate, we're going kind of fast.
Yeah, you did say that, but I was feeling so good, and I'm on the mindset, if you feel good, keep doing it.
Yeah, well, you said, yeah, we're going a little fast, so I'll slow down. He didn't slow down, guys.
I felt like I did, but anyway, so Ryan he said what he said, and I kept running, and I think we had negative splits for the first 3 miles.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
So put up a pretty decent 5K, and we still have a couple more 5Ks to go to the end of the 10 miles. And then Ryan, we were kind of passing a couple people that were essentially doing the same thing we were doing. They were probably running a little fast because I never saw them again.
Yeah.
And then about mile 4.5 or so, Ryan said, hey, let me get in front of you real quick, because we were running together.
Well, that was about the time that we dipped into. So we ran on those 4 service roads for the first 2 or 3 miles, really. Well, no, you were right. Probably about the first mile, but it was a wide trail after that for the first 2 or 3 miles.
Yeah.
It was pretty open and easy. And then around mile 4, I think we dipped into the harder, more technical trail. Yeah. And
once we got past that little like snow fence, that orange fence, then it got down into the bottoms a little bit more.
Yeah, right alongside the Juniper Creek, I believe is what it is. But yeah, it's a little more technical, a lot of roots, a lot of quick little up downs, just kind of following the terrain right there along the creek. But I like to run fast in the technical stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, see, and and so Ryan basically got in front of me at about, you were like 4.5.
4 or 5, something like that.
Yeah. And then I kind of kept him for a while, and then a decent little distance, not like anything crazy, maybe 10, 15 yards. It just kind of followed, kind of maintaining that pace. When I hit mile 5, I've been messing with my diet a little bit. It sounds like an excuse, and it is. But at the end of the day, I kind of hit a little bit of a bonk. I've been trying to go like carb free and mess with keto and stuff, but I had a honey packet in my hat, and I was able to slam that. And that helped, but it didn't kick in till like another 20 minutes. And I never saw Ryan again till the finish line. But
so what you're saying, around mile 5, you lost sight of me, and
pretty much, yeah, exactly. About mile 5, I lost sight of you.
The funniest part about that is I had no idea that you weren't right behind me for probably a mile.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd say it was at least a 5.5, 6, something like that. That I was like, man, Nate's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah,
because up until then, I didn't turn around at all. I'm just like, there'd be a low hanging tree, and I'm like, duck, or a little dip, and I'm like, watch your foot.
Yep.
I'm just calling out these things, and
I wasn't there.
he never said anything to me. I figured, oh, Nate's running with his headphones. He probably didn't hear me, so he never responded. But then, around mile 6 or something, I think I came around like a big bend that I could really look back pretty easily on. I look back, and man, Nate's not there. I'm like, man, I hope he didn't fall or something. I didn't hear anything.
And sure enough, I did fall, actually.
Well, yeah.
It was about mile 6 or so, actually.
You might have been falling right as I was thinking that.
Yeah, probably so, because there was this little trail that kind of like, the whole trail's narrow. It's single track, but I was coming around a turn, and there was some through hikers or something on the trail.
There was a little camping.
There was a little camp spot there.
Campsite set up.
Yeah. So I was kind of running. The sun was like beating down. It's starting to get a little bit warmer in the morning.
Basically, guys, he saw a squirrel.
Yeah, it was a squirrel moment.
Got distracted.
Yeah, a little ADHD, exactly. But no, I saw this like beautiful little campsite, and then when I came through that section, I was kind of looked over my left shoulder like, oh, wow, it'd be so nice to camp out here. It's gorgeous.
Yep.
Well, there was a section because the creek was right there, and so there was like an erosion section where the single track.
Yeah, actually,
washed out.
that is right where I realized that you weren't behind me. Actually,
Oh, was it?
that is it, because that was kind of a big sweeping turn.
Yeah.
And that eroded area there, I was like, "Ooh, watch out for this!" And that's when I looked back, and I was like, "Oh, Nate's not here." Okay,
no, I'm not there exactly.
But you didn't hear me, obviously, because
no, I didn't, because I was a half a mile behind you.
Well, yeah, but when you got there, you found it.
I did, yeah. So I'm running, and I kind of look over my left shoulder, like, man, that's a beautiful campsite. I'd love to take the kids up here or whatever. And then my right foot just kind of caught the soft edge transition of that trail, and I went down, and then I was on basically toes and hands.
Yeah,
like sliding.
You were lucky though. I mean, it was like a little mini landslide in the trail. Really, is what I would equate it to. It was just the trail was just washing out. Yeah. So you just fell down this hill. You didn't eat it on some roots or something. No. That's why you were lucky. But
exactly.
Still unfortunate.
Yeah. No, so I just kind of slid down the embankment. I stopped and I looked up and crawled up the soft sand and I didn't even get dirty. It was just brushed it off and kept running. Yeah. So
that's nice.
And then, the rest of the trail, I think I maybe you were picking people off. I think I had 3 people pass me at like mile 6 or 7. That was about mile 7. You were picking people off and people were gaining on me.
Yeah, I picked off a few people. I don't think nobody passed me. I passed one guy and he passed me back, so he stayed in front of me. But otherwise,
did you ever catch him again?
No, he was probably a minute ahead of me by the time we finished. Yeah, he picked up the pace at the end instead of slowing down like I did a little bit.
Yeah, we had a hot start though. It's tough when you do those runs and you start off hot, trying to recover actively.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. I'm gonna have to incorporate some of that into my training.
Yeah, and pre-race planning goes a long way. We talked about my fuel episode, but I mean, there's a whole lot of other things like how much sleep did you get? Did you fuel properly the night before? Yeah. Did you hydrate properly the week before?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that I was as hydrated as I should have been. I think that definitely played a role in it. Fuel-wise, I was probably good there. I wasn't really hungry or anything like that. But it's funny, on that training trail run that you and I did over at UWF, we did discuss how around, what did you tell me, 40 minutes in or 30 minutes in or something?
30 to 40 minutes.
How you kind of burn up your glucose?
Yeah, your glycogen. Your
glycogen,
yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I thought about that on this race. It didn't happen at 30 minutes for me, but I'd say it was probably around 45 minutes in that I was like, I think I'm out of my primary fuel.
Yeah.
And that's when the race got a little bit harder. And, I've heard other people say that before, that, the race doesn't start till it's almost over.
Right. Yeah.
And that's a really good way of putting it, that, you get 3/4 of the race in and it was just a run.
Right.
And then that last little stretch, that's where your race really begins, and you have to decide why you're doing it and if you really want to push or not. But yeah, I thought about you farther on in the race. So I was like, man, I'm out of my primary fuel, I think, because I'm switching over to grit now.
Yeah.
And that's really what it is.
That grit will carry you for sure.
Oh yeah.
And we'll talk a bunch about that too throughout this podcast journey, about grit and mental resiliency and all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot to be said for nutrition. Like, you have to fuel your body. Like, one of the big takeaways for me on that, like, for those of you who don't know, I've been experimenting with keto after the Death by 5K race, and I had some inflammation and joint things going on with that. So I'm like, I'll try keto and try to decrease the carbohydrates in my body, or for my fuel anyway, and try to, get my body to burn fat for fuel. But then the temptation arose when there was a delicious bowl of ice cream in the house, and I succumbed to my weakness 3 days before the race. And for those of you who know, like, keto, like, you're not supposed to do that. So I not only had one bowl, I had 2 bowls.
You mean ice cream's not on the keto diet?
No, it's not. I mean, you could have like a small amount as long as you stay below your net carbs or whatever.
I think most people would just say no ice cream.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, but I caved in a weak moment.
Nate plays with fire and he got burned.
Yeah, exactly. So I had the ice cream, and then the next morning I'm like, I have to go run and burn this off. It was too late. The damage was done. So I did it was like a 20-hour fast that next day to try to get my body to go back into it, and it didn't work.
If you've ever been on the keto diet before, it normally takes like a week, sometimes 2, to really go full keto and kind of get out of that keto flu, they call it, where your body is like learning how to live off of something other than glycogen.
Yeah.
And that takes time. So when you kick yourself out of it, you just start that clock all over again. Unfortunately, you can't just jump right back into it like you jumped out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was essentially my prep was poor on this one. I had just got it dialed in, and I just did a 48-hour fast, and I was feeling good on those. And even running fasted, I was feeling really good. Just like a constant steady burn of energy, not like a spike. But anyway, so I talked to a good friend of mine, and he's like, man, just carry a honey packet with you and hit that. And I'm, like you get way into like insulin resiliency and stuff like that. But that honey packet really helped as soon as I shot that. Oh, and I carried salt, just like some really good Celtic salt.
Yeah.
I did that and then shot a pinch of that salt, and that really helped. But I didn't feel that for another 20 minutes. So you got the 20 minutes of just grit time. But yeah, nutrition's huge, man. Like you gotta feel your body. But the big takeaway, sorry, that was a tangent. But there's gonna be a lot of those as we go navigate this. But the biggest takeaway for me on that one was just input versus output. Whatever we put in our bodies ultimately is going to show exteriorly. And everything, not just with food, fluids, stuff like that, but also what we inundate our lives with as far as what we're watching, who we're hanging out with, all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, really, you should not be a product of your environment, but I think human nature, we naturally are. And so to some extent, I
think it's inevitable.
It is.
But what a lot of people fail to realize, or at least take action on, is that you're in control of your environment. If you're a product of your environment and you're surrounded by bad people doing bad things, or lazy people, then change your environment. Find some new friends. Go sign up for your first 5K and walk it. Who cares? You'll go there and talk to some people, meet some new friends, and change your environment.
That's a good point. You more clearly dictated said what I was trying to say, which is good. But yeah, no, it's like input versus output. It was like a big trend for me on that race.
Yeah, and it's not just the food aspect.
Exactly.
It's everything. Yeah,
everything. And I mean, you are ultimately gonna dictate what your output's gonna be based off your actions. Sometimes it takes a lot of discipline. That's a deep topic.
Yeah.
Maybe
we'll save that for another one.
But yeah, input, output. And there's a lot. Ron and I have some really good conversations throughout this, and hopefully we can really share a good bit of that with you. But
we've got a lot of good content planned.
It's going to be good. I'm super stoked.
A lot. How many episodes do we have?
I added like 3 more the other day. So I think we're up to 50.
We've got I think we have over a year's worth. So we're planning on releasing an episode every week. Okay. And I think we've got over 52 ideas for episodes.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's true.
So we'll be here for a while.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's just, we're basically just set up in a shop, in Ryan's shop. As Ryan mentioned, he's a landscaper. So we're just set up in his shop, sitting down with a cup of coffee. And well, I am. You don't really drink coffee.
I don't really drink coffee. I can get into that later too, but I have a caffeine intolerance.
Okay. Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. No, I love my coffee. I usually have probably drink about 2 of those Yetis a day.
It's really unfortunate for me because I actually enjoy the taste of coffee. So I do drink decaf coffee.
Okay. That's fair.
But yeah.
Yeah. Where were we? Yeah. So the mile 7, I think is where we're at ish.
Yeah. That's when the race began.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's where we were. We were at the beginning of the race at mile 7. Beyond like mile 6, 7 time frame, the race is really a blur to me. I mean, you weren't there, so it's not like we were chatting or anything throughout the race. I was starting to pick people off, but not quickly. It's not like I was running up on people and passing them right away. It was like I'd see somebody good ways away and take a little while to get there because I mean nobody's sprinting at that point. So,
did you ever catch that shirtless dude that we were following behind mile 3
with the white and blue hat?
Yes.
You
caught him?
Yep.
Good.
Him and one other I caught up to. I caught up to them, and then they almost made a wrong turn.
Yeah.
And I kept going on the right path.
Okay.
And so they ended up right behind me, and then I don't know what happened, but they ended up back in front of me, and the one guy that was with him, he took off, man. He's the one that I was referring to. That like
Okay.
I kind of leapfrogged with him a little bit,
Blue
and then
shirt guy.
blue shirt, blue shirt took
he was
off.
Quick. He
He actually passed like 2 other people in front of me too.
Okay.
But shirtless guy, I ended up passing and then leaving behind.
You never saw him.
No, he kind of faded. But he was telling me that he ran like 100-milers.
Really?
Yeah, because he made a comment. He's like, this is a lot faster than I'm used to. And I was like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah, normally I do like 50 and 100-milers. So, props to him, man.
Yeah.
He's out there killing it on a 10-mile when he normally does really long stuff at, I'm sure, a much slower pace.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have to.
I mean, he said that this was basically like a sprint for him.
Oh, wow.
A 10-mile, which is insane.
Yeah, that is insane. I'm like...
listeners are going to either be shocked or not shocked. If they're ultra runners, they're going to be like, yeah, exactly. But for most of the normal people in the world listening, they're going to say, holy crap, 10 miles was a sprint?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, those who maybe are listening that have ran 100 miles, 50 milers, I aspire to at least, I would love to do 100 someday.
Yeah.
It's going to take some build up time for sure, but I think we're on the right track.
I don't think that's something that you just jump into.
No.
I'm sure that people do, but I don't know how healthy that is.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a whole nother level.
I don't know. You guys listening,
want to.
if you're ultra runners listening, hop on our Instagram and leave us a comment. Tell us if you trained for your first one, like throughout your life and kind of built up to it, or if you just decide one day you're going to go from a marathon to a 100-miler.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
I mean, all things considered, we both had physical backgrounds. Like rescue swimmer, obviously, super physically demanding. Being a fireman's physically demanding. And we'll get into all this too, obviously. I don't want to get too far out of the left field, but I mean, like 2 years ago, I let myself go and I couldn't even finish a mile without feeling winded. So it's going to take time to build back up. But I ran in what I was leading up to say was like I ran cross country in high school and loved it, loved the running. And I was obviously much better at 17 years old, much faster runner than at a whopping 135 pounds. But one thing, I had this cross country coach. Her name was, a shout out to Miss Claire. She always would say to stare at the back of their head, the person in front of you, and like just wish yourself up there. And then she's like, put a target on the back of their head, and you're essentially hunting for their head, and you're going to get that person. And then once that person's done, you pick a new person.
Yeah.
But then I got to a point where I couldn't see anybody in front.
I was going to say that's all fun and games on a 5K in high school, but when you're on a 10+ mile run in the middle of the woods, sometimes there's no heads in front of you.
No, and I'm like, we were joking about after the race, like I am a fast, slow runner, and Ryan is a slow, fast runner. It's like that no man's land. Like nobody
meanest
exists.
Compliment I've ever had.
Well, like you're like, so we'll just kind of jump towards the end of the race. So out of 150?
Something like that.
Yeah. Around 150 or so, you finished 12. Yep. And I was 19 and we were 4 minutes apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were 4 minutes faster.
So this is the first time, I didn't know what place you got. So you let some people pass you, or some people passed you after I left you, and then I passed some people. So that's how that number got in between.
I only had 3 people actually pass me.
Gotcha. So I must have passed a few.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I didn't know what place you came in. I ran this race last year also. So I guess I had a little bit of a leg up. I knew what to expect as far as the terrain and everything. But I think I placed around the 20-ish place mark last year, my first time running it too. So it's interesting to see that you did that. And I'm glad that I improved. I didn't improve as much as I wanted to.
Yeah. Baby steps.
We set out really fast, and I had some big aspirations for this. I had some big aspirations for this race, but I didn't act like it. I didn't train for it as hard as, somebody who really wanted to do well.
But next year, we could probably obviously with every race, the clientele changes each time. You might get some studs in there. But I mean, it's not that.
A good friend of mine who was supposed to run this race didn't, so I got 12th because of him. Otherwise, I would have definitely been 13.
Yeah, that's true. He had to go home.
Yeah.
But the top 10 next year, that would be cool. I've never finished top 10 in a race other than high school cross country.
So my goal this year was under 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Did you get it?
No. I got 124.
That's right.
So I think that goal remains next year, and maybe we actually train better for it and try.
Yeah, absolutely. every other race or any competition I've ever done, I've always felt pretty prepared going into it.
Yeah.
And then the results are like, well, it wasn't from a product of my, well, it is a product of my training because I could have always trained harder.
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, that goal is not settled yet.
To be fair, when I signed up for this race, I didn't have an intent of getting a 1 hour, 20 minute, 10 mile. That wasn't my plan. I really just signed up for it because it was fun. It was a lot of fun last year when I did it. And then I figured, oh, let's do it again. I enjoyed it. As the date got closer, I thought, well, how am I going to do on this race? I can't just go out and run it to run it. I mean, I could, but mentally, I just can't get that through my head. Everything's a competition when it's a race. So,
absolutely. And you'll soon find out the banter gets real between Nate and Ryan. Ryan, we were running at UWF, and he says he was running behind me, and he had beat me at the death by 5K, and he's like, "Man, little different scenery being behind you for once." I'm like, yes, Ryan, you're a faster runner than me, but it's all in good spirits.
You say I'm faster. You laid down a way faster time than me on the double bridge run a couple months back.
Yeah, but that's just one race.
Hey, man,
I had a good day that day.
Well,
that was it. And you
I thought I had a good day that day too. That's the crazy part. I ran negative splits that whole race.
I did too.
I ran that race very well, in my opinion, for my pace. So I think you're just a little better on the road, man.
Well, we'll see. Like, one thing I did love about that race was the energy.
Yeah,
because there's so many people.
There's so many people.
For those of you who don't
there's 3,000.
Yes. The Pensacola Double Bridge Run is the run to do. It's a 10K. No, yes, it's 10. Yep, it's a 10K.
No.
15.
I'm wearing the shirt.
I don't
What's
even know what distance
dude?
I ran.
It was a 15K. It was 9 miles.
Yeah, 9 miles. I knew the miles. But yes, it's an awesome race. They do a really good job. We actually started in Blue Wahoo Stadium.
That's really cool.
It was awesome. Awesome.
Watch the sunrise come up in the Blue Wahoo Stadium.
Yeah. And
beautiful.
Like, the energy is high. There's people all along the trail cheering for you. Naturally, I mean, it's an awesome race to do.
Yeah.
But
you run through downtown Pensacola, then over the bridge to Gulf Breeze, and then through Gulf Breeze and over the bridge to Pensacola Beach, where you finish.
I almost fell out of my chair. But yeah, that race is fantastic. So if you guys are local or listening or whatever, definitely sign up for that
or not
race.
Local. A lot of people travel to come do this race, and it's in February? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's early in the year, so it's not like our busy season down here. Pensacola is crazy around spring break and summer, but it's before all that. So a lot of people will come here to vacation away from the cold weather back home and run a really cool race while they're here.
Yeah. No, that race is awesome.
Anyways, Nate's a faster road runner.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna force him
plenty more races.
I'm gonna encourage him to sign up for another one, so I can see if I can actually beat him on the road.
Exactly. Well, see, Ryan's also trying to beat me at everything because he's trying to put me in the ocean here to get me to swim.
It's true.
2 miles.
Trying to assert my dominance.
Yeah, exactly. I have to like put my little floaties on and get me out in the water and swim. Dude, give me adult swim lessons. Okay, for the record, I can swim, okay? But it's been a long time since I've like swam laps. So it's going to be interesting to actually like put the goggles on and get in the water and swim laps.
Yeah.
So I'm fairly confident in the water when it's just me, but I wasn't pulling people out of the water like you were.
We had fins. We had an advantage.
That does help for sure. Now, can you do that? Swim with fins on?
I don't know. The open water swim that I was telling you about? I'm not sure.
No, if
that would make it so easy.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably not allowed.
Probably not. And plus people look at you weird out there with fins on.
Maybe.
But yes, the finish line on this Blackwater, back on track here, right?
Wherever we were.
So how was your finish? Like the last mile, how'd it feel?
I mean, I was in the thick of it. Like I said, that's the race began at mile 7 for me, and that's when it got more challenging. I was just trying to keep it together, really trying to keep the pace, trying not slow down, and I was doing good. There was a guy up ahead that I wanted to catch. I never did. He stayed about the same distance ahead of me, maybe gained a little on me. So regardless, he was my motivation, keep up with him, keep him in sight at least. And I ended up passing another guy along the way. He came out of nowhere. He died at mile 8, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyways, as I approached the finish line, I got probably, I don't know, less than half a mile from the finish line. And I hear footsteps behind me.
Oh, that's a horrible sound.
And I'm like, no way, man. So I quickly glance back and I see a red shirt, some guy in a red shirt. And I thought, no, he's not doing this to me.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't know what place I'm in, but if I'm in 10th place and I get 11th because I get passed at the very end, I'm gonna be furious. So I gave it everything I had there at the end, ran maybe another 8th mile or something, looked back, and he was the same distance behind me, about 200 yards or so. And I thought, okay, this is all I have to do. I don't have to kill myself trying to get to the finish line. He's staying where he's at.
Yeah.
And so I held that pace and ran through the finish strong. And he came in about 200 yards behind me.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you caught him, what did you say, mile 2 or 2 miles left? Like you heard his footsteps?
Oh, less than that.
Less than
like
that.
a half mile maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's a close distance.
Maybe a mile. I don't know. It's all kind of a blur, but yeah, towards the very end, he pulled up behind me, and I figured if he caught up to me at that point, I had never seen him the rest of the race.
Okay.
He wasn't one that I had passed or anything, so I thought, man, if he caught up with me, he's cooking. He's cooking, and he's got the speed at the end, which was the hard part. So yeah, that was the end of my race.
Nice. Yeah, my ending, when we got up on that pine flat, you kind of cross over that last road, and it's windy, twisty through the flats. I was feeling better. Actually, I was feeling pretty good that section. And then you go down into the bottom, and then it tees, and there was like that sign, but I lost the blue blazers. I like paused for a second. A fella kind of used that. He ended up catching up with me almost because I almost lost the trail. So.
That's like those guys that the 2 guys that I passed because they went off course. I could see them, and I could see that they went off course and stopped.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'm not going to follow them. I'll go the other way.
Exactly.
So I went the right way. I had the advantage because I saw them go the wrong way.
Right.
And that guy did the same to you.
That's all basically the race. So he never caught me though. He did close the gap.
Yeah. Good.
But then when you come into the state park, the signs are kind of weird, but you're kind of running essentially down a road for maybe a quarter mile-ish. And basically when I came back through there, made that last turn, I could see the finish line. This guy in a white t-shirt came running full speed ahead. I don't know where he came from. And I'm like, oh, here we go. This guy's going to test me. And he ended up, where it was like, he was in front, and I was in front. And
I watched you guys come in.
Sprint. And I don't truly know who crossed the finish line first.
He did.
You would need a tape.
He did.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay. So he ended up getting me on it. But then when you go back to the times, they were the exact same time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So like the chips picked up at the same time.
Interesting.
But he might have had like a little bit. Well, if you say that he crossed
I
first.
think he was like a stride ahead of you at the finish.
So it was so close.
But you guys were like, I don't know, it looked like a track race because you guys were both sprinting side by side for the last 100 yards.
Right.
And
Ryan said his race started at 7 miles. Mine, I guess, started the last 100 meters.
Yeah.
But no, that was pretty cool. I gave him a high five at the end, and he was like, "Thanks for that, man. That was a good race." So.
That's a good way to finish a race, though, man. I'd much rather do that. Even the way I did, like having somebody there pushing you kind of at the end.
Bit,
because otherwise you're just jogging through the finish line.
True.
Like, man, I just finished my 10 miles. Cool.
Yep.
A little race at the end is good. It reminds you that it is a race.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I was thankful for his efforts for sure. Kind of carried me through that last little stretch. So, but yeah, we're gonna do it again next year.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And that's one that I think I could just keep doing.
Yeah.
It's not so long that it's something that you need to plan out. You know, in months, it's not like you're doing a 50K or something that you need to plan and train for dramatically.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of fun. It's close by. You know, it's not hours away.
Yeah. Hopefully, you'll get more people to sign up so that they'll need 4 buses next year.
Yeah. I think there was 3 buses last year too, but they weren't slam full.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying, man. I got 3 people to sign up for that race that weren't.
Recruit more people.
Yeah.
I think I might do that Cruel Lake one.
I want to do the Cruel Lake half. I think that is the same weekend as my 50K in Lake City.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think so. So I won't be doing that this year.
I'm excited for you on that one, man. I wish I could go to that one.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see. My wife has a commitment the night before that goes super late, and then I got to help watch the kids and trying to get over the logistics. It just wasn't going to work. I might just get in my truck and drive over. Yeah. Drive over there.
See us?
Stop at the aid station.
Yeah.
I'll crew you halfway through. You're not allowed pacers on that one, are you? I don't think for a 50K you're allowed pacers.
I'm not sure.
I'll have to look.
I don't know if it explicitly says yes or no.
Yeah.
I don't
maybe by your mile 20, I'll be at your pace, and then
Yeah.
I can pace you after that.
I don't know if they would care, honestly.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
that run is hosted by Run Bum, the people that I
Yep.
mentioned earlier, and they're cool and casual people. I mean, I don't know. If you try to pace somebody the whole race, maybe it would be a little different.
Yeah.
But if you joined in on the last 10 miles, I don't see them caring, but I'll check in and see if they have a rule against it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be awesome to see you over there.
Well, guys, thanks. Are we good?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, need a little motivation at the end of that race.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did the 25K version of it last year and had a blast, but ready to go back for the 50K this year and redeem myself.
Yeah,
do the full race. I feel like I only did half of it last year because I did only do half, but
sure,
I just feel like I sold myself short. Like I should have just done the 50K anyways.
Yeah, but it's on the calendar.
It's on the calendar. It's happening this year.
That's it. Now, for you guys listening, if you don't have something on the calendar, put something on the calendar. For those of you who are like, man, I can't even run a mile, I don't care. Just go sign up for a 5K, like a fun run walk. Get on the park run. There's park runs that are all over the country on Saturdays. I came over from Europe. Go do a park run. Go do a run somewhere. Go just get out and do something. Oh, we never talked about post race. We never talked about post race.
We didn't at all. No,
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'll just edit that part out, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh.
You were on a roll. I didn't want to stop you.
No, you're good. You're good.
I tried to be subtle, and then you're like, oh.
No, that's okay. We're new to this.
Yeah.
So the host race, they do a little awards thing afterwards down at the pavilion.
Yeah. Did you do anything special post race as far as like recovery or?
Yes.
They had some food in the pavilion, which was nice.
Yeah,
a little barbecue. Cookie. I got a cookie.
Hotspot barbecue.
I'm not on keto. I ate a cookie.
Yeah, no, that's good. No, I actually went home and it was my son's birthday.
Yeah.
So, but as far as like the post race thing, I mean, I kind of stretched out a little bit, and then nutritionally, I just ate what's the name of it? I can't think right now. It's the organic protein powder you can get with like non-GMO and all that. It's lower in the carbs, but it's got good like I think it's pea protein and stuff. I had that with a pinch of salt in it.
Nice.
And it's delicious. So I just had that and hydrated.
Had a hoist.
You had a hoist, yep.
I
had a hoist too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did have a hoist. Yeah, hoist is awesome. I really enjoy the hoist beverages.
Yeah. Good for fluid replenishment.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Yeah.
no food coloring.
No food coloring. Nothing. No additives.
Nope.
No preservatives.
It's awesome.
Just natural stuff. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I definitely hydrated after the race. Like I said, that was probably the one thing that I didn't do great leading up to the race was hydrate. So I was feeling that by the end of it. I was pretty thirsty. And yeah, man, I fueled up. I ate a cookie. I ate that hot spot barbecue, and then my family, my wife and my mom was there to watch the race, and we all went out and ate lunch, and I got a big old breakfast burger with a egg on it and bacon.
Nice.
Man, I fueled up.
That's awesome.
It was like a cheat meal, but I didn't care.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was a lot of protein. It was good.
Yeah. And it is, when you can have a meal like that after a race, you feel like you earned to eat, like splurge just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't go out and eat a bunch of junk, but I just ate a big meal.
Yeah.
Hopefully it helped with recovery. I feel like the more protein you eat after a run, the more it helps with recovery. I don't know if there's science behind that, but maybe one day we'll get a dietitian on here to answer some of those questions.
Yeah, we're just figuring stuff out as we go. That felt good. That didn't feel good.
Yeah.
So
breaking keto 2 days before my run did not feel
not
good.
a good idea. No, not a good idea.
Not drinking enough water before a run, not a good idea.
Not a good idea. Your body needs fuel.
Yeah.
So
anyways, yeah, did you do any stretching afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, I did a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't stretch like I should.
I was going to say, are you a big stretcher? Because I'm not.
I do stretch quite a bit, but I don't stretch nearly as much as I should.
Yeah.
So, but no, other than just like my generic stretching to kind of stay limber, and I do a lot of the rollers, and I do have a massage gun.
You have a massage gun, yeah.
Those are nice. Massage guns are nice, and they seem to help.
It's nice. I need to try one of those next time we do a run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try your massage gun.
Yeah, I'll bring it next time for sure.
Yeah, I was pretty tight after that. My ankles, being that it's a trail run, I mean your ankles and your shins, like all the lower extremities get more of a workout. You do a really hilly run, you're going to feel it in your thighs, your quads. You do a trail run, you're going to feel it in your ankles and your shins because you are using those muscles a whole lot.
A lot of accessory muscles.
Yeah. A lot of stabilization.
I play with bands a lot.
Bands, yeah.
But yeah, do a lot of accessory muscle stuff.
Mm-hmm. Got some up there.
Yeah. No, they're really good for you. Resistance bands. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, this was fun.
Well, this is our practice podcast that we may end up posting.
Yeah, who knows? We'll see. But
if you guys are listening to this, then congrats, we posted it.
Exactly, we made it, and like, hey, let's do a rollback and do the Blackwater 10-mile one where we're trying to figure out how to talk into this microphone.
This is podcast episode 0.5.
Yeah, exactly. Well, guys, like I said earlier too, please get outside, enjoy the weather. It's beautiful out. Even when it's hot, still get out. Even if it's cold, still get outside and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Do something challenging. Challenge yourself, challenge your mind and your body. And thanks for tuning in to the Suffer Up podcast.